and welcome to My Point of View. I am your fat and opinionated host, and Target stock is down once again for the 7th day in a row. And listen, I am not here to give any financial advice, but I dumped all of my Target stock on Wednesday. And not just because I have a problem with their Pride clothing. Target has had Pride clothing for years. I dumped the stock because Target is making horrible business decisions. When you choose to go out of your way to cater to the woke crowd that makes up 0.5% of the population while alienating your actual customer base, that's just a bad business move. They are making business decisions to cater to people who don't even shop at their stores. I don't know if you all know this, but the Pride sections at Target and the Pride merchandise they have, it doesn't sell well. No. Turns out even gay people don't really like buying Pride clothing from Target. I've said it once before. I'll say it again. All of the gay people I know in my life, they're some of the most fashionable people I know. And they would not be caught dead wearing rainbow shirts from Target. But anyways, that's besides the point. The point is, a good business model is to cater to your customers, to look after your customers, your core customer base. Target's main customer base is women with kids who like to scroll around and shop at Target. I think all of us fellas know how it is to tag along with your lady or your significant other at Target. It can be a grueling experience for some, and for others, maybe you have things you like at Target as well, so you don't mind. But the key demographic of people shopping at Target is moms with kids, which would usually suggest that they probably aren't Pride clothing wearing people. In fact, most of them are straight. And like I said, they have reproduced. And most mothers are very protective. A mother does not want to have to stroll around Target, sipping on an iced latte, looking for baby diapers and plungers, while having to explain to her kid while there's satanic clothing in the baby section. No one wants to have to walk by Baphomet heads and trans flags on little kids' clothing. So the reason I chose to dump the stock is because Target has basically abandoned a good business model in order to virtue signal. And I think other people are going to do so as well. When it comes to Bud Light, I think Bud Light is it's definitely an easier product, to boycott because Bud Light's a product. Target is a place that you go to buy products. For a lot of people, Target is their only option. So I understand that boycotting Bud Light is way easier for most than boycotting Target. But what I think is going to happen in this Target situation is we're going to start seeing shareholders move their money around. No one wants to be dealing with another Bud Light situation. No one wants to see their stock continuously drop for weeks and weeks on end. I think it's a safer bet to put your money in places where they aren't necessarily going to be making political statements that alienates their core customer base. And that's what Target has gone out of its way to do. Target is so infatuated by indoctrinating your kids with this nonsense that they totally dismiss the fact that most of the people who shop at Target are normal people with families who don't want to have the LGBTQIA plus 2, or whatever it's called nowadays, agenda shoved down their throat. Sure, if you want a rainbow Pride shirt at Target, fine. The fact that they put this stuff right there in the front of the store so you have to pass by it, the fact that Pride clothing was no longer enough, they also had to go into the trans clothing. And literally, some of these clothing items calls for violence against straight people with messages like "down with the system." basically saying they need to, do away with straight people so they can live their lives without people ridiculing them for wanting to touch little kids. I'm not for it. I'll never be for it. And I don't think other people are for it as well. So while we're going to witness a lot of people, deciding that they no longer want to shop at Target, we're also going to see people who maybe don't even go to Target, who simply thought that Target was a good stock to invest in. We're going to start seeing those people move their money around. And if you're smart with your money, you would do so. The reality is, my decision to dump the stock, it had some to do with what's going on right now. And it also had a lot to do with what's going on with big box stores in general. Places like Target and Walmart, they're closing stores all around America. They can't keep them open because the amount of theft and shoplifting that is happening at these stores. These companies are losing billions of dollars due to shoplifting, and they will not do anything to stop the shoplifting. In fact, they actually donate money to political parties and to politicians who make it easier for people to get away with crimes inside of their stores, and then they wonder why their stores are collapsing. The reality is, most of the people that they're trying to cater to live in states where they're having to close down their businesses. Okay? The only Targets and Walmarts and these big box stores that will remain will be in places in the South. Places with, that are less, I don't know what to call it, but let's just say less insane with all of the woke politics. They're not going to be able to keep Targets open in Chicago and in San Francisco and New York City. They're not going to be able to keep their businesses open there. And that's where the majority of people reside who feel like it's okay to mutilate kids and do weird things of that nature. Down here in the South, Target doesn't have problems with looting and stuff like that. Most people act like civilized human beings when they go to stores down here, yet we're not the people who they're catering to. They're catering to people who can't even shop at Target because you had to remove Target from their neighborhood because they literally burnt it to the ground or stole every single product within there. So I find that funny. And like I said, it's a business model that will not work. You're closing your businesses down in these inner cities, these big cities, in these woke areas with this super progressive politics. You're closing your businesses down there. And the message behind your business is basically catering to those type of people. Meanwhile, the only areas where your businesses are thriving are areas where you have basically shat all over your customer base. They have demonized us. They act like we're bad people. They act like we are, Nazis, whatever they want to say, simply because we don't want tuck-friendly bathing suits sold to little kids. We don't want satanic clothing designers designing children's clothes for Target. You know what I mean? And they act like we're in the wrong. We're the bad people for not wanting that. But like I said, it's a failed business model. All you got to do is patiently sit by and wait. And these places will not even be in existence for much longer. And that's their fault. And I don't care. I won't cry. I won't shed a tear. Like I said, I've already dumped the stock and I'm ready to dump Target, just like we dumped Bud Light. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.